Hey guys, we're back here. It's episode 2 here. We're back at it. Before we can get into any sort of engine work, we got to go over this thing, just clean it up while the body's off, while it's totally exposed. Might as well go through it, wash it, just paint it real quick. So that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to be taking off this huge bumper here, which is mostly spring steel and the rubber, just to stop you from hitting other people on the racetrack. But obviously we don't need anything like that. We're not going to be doing any of that stuff. At least we don't have any planned. So let's get to it. Before we even get to the engine area, we'll do a bit of cleaning up in there too. Just degrease it, give it a fresh coat of paint, even though it's not actually rusty anywhere. There's bits of surface rust, but nothing's bad under here, probably because it's been protected all these years with the fiberglass. But we will probably paint that, just make it look cosmetically better while it's all ripped apart. It makes sense to do it now quickly before we get into this. So let's get to it. People go to the gym. I just work on stuff. So we got the bumper off of it. As you can see, it's a lot smaller. Unbelievably heavy, and the hardware just unbelievable. Huge. But we lost a lot of weight with that, so that's good. But I guess we're gonna gain a lot when we put an engine in this guy. Here it is over there. I might leave some of these rubber pieces on the side and put some sort of side bumper. Front and back bumper would make sense, but I don't know, side maybe. If you just put like a bar across, something little like that, I think that would make a little bit more sense. And then the tires here, one thing that's concerning is they don't stick out. Like when you put the body on, they're inset, which really bothers me. I don't know if somebody can help me sort out where to get wider ones, but to fill out the body would be a lot bit better, taller, definitely wider. They probably inset, you know. It'd have to be about twice the thickness in order to fill the wheel wells properly. Real quick, we got a bit of play up front here. You can see that the other one doesn't have near as much as that. So I'll have to figure out how to remedy that. Alright, next step, we're going to actually go over this thing. I washed this guy, if you can believe it. It's still filthy, or at least it looks that way. I'm going to just hit it with a coat of paint. I got some primer and some paint. Some areas are a little bit rusty, so I'm going to actually just hit that with the wire wheel real quick, just to get it all off. Then I'll show you guys what it looks like after, but just to freshen things up before we start putting the engine on and all that. We're going to get the engine today, and I found a Ducati pipe that I think might take down the volume on this thing, so that'll be good for now. We'll be giving that a try. Just a side note here, whoever put this engine mount on did a great job, because it's actually hinged, so you can just turn those bolts to tighten it up, which will make things easy, but still haven't figured out the other side of that pulley, the big gear looking thing there. Actually a belt pulley, which would go to a centrifugal clutch with another belt pulley on it, so haven't figured that part out. Might have to go with sprocket. We'll see. I'll keep hunting, but in the meantime we're just going to paint this guy up and start fitting the engine, see if we can get it on there. Alright, so quick coat of paint here, nothing spectacular, just trying to keep the rust at bay here. This thing's probably from the, I don't know, 80s, so it's been 40 years, so it hasn't seen any fresh paint. So just to keep it from rusting, if this thing didn't have a body, I'd be more concerned about it. I'd probably spend a lot more time. Might end up having it sandblasted and all that, but this is sort of like the underbody of your car. You don't focus too much on the cosmetics, just trying to keep it looking half decent. And I might end up spraying it with rust check, especially some of the holes. When we took out some of those bolts, you can actually get inside some of the tubes, so stop it from rusting in there. Probably spray it with rust check, and then we're good to go. And just focusing on the body here, which I managed to get on my trailer over there. But yeah, so that's it for now. Now I got to do the long drive to Toronto here to get an engine from my brother here, get that Honda and take a look at it, and also the exhaust. So we'll take a look at those two next and maybe just place them in place, see how they might look, put the body on, see if it clears it, if we can actually, if we've got room for that. But there does seem to be a ton of room in there, so I don't imagine that's going to be a problem, but that'll be next. Okay, so this is the final image here of the body on top of the frame. You can get a little bit better of a look at it without that huge thing around the outside where the wheels are, see how it sits and all that. So that's everything for now, just so you guys can get a good look at where we're going with this. Looking forward to doing some body work, but that won't be next. Next thing is going and getting the engine, putting it in. That'll be our next video, and showing you guys exactly how to connect it up to the wheels and getting rid of that pulley system that's there. Until next time, guys, hit subscribe, check it out, and we'll see you guys next round.